Hey, what's happening, Souls fans? Anonymous Chaos here, back with another PvP video, and this video is going to be a little different because I've been trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with this channel, and I've been looking around, on the YouTubes, looking at all of the other successful, more successful obviously than mine, channels on YouTube. And just trying to figure out what kind of format I want to do my videos in. And one format that has really caught my eye is discussion PvP videos, where the host will discuss a subject that they have on their mind while having PvP playing in the background. And I've really enjoyed watching those, and I figure I should give it a shot because I don't know. Doing these videos really makes you think about the subjects in a lot more detail, and I discovered this as I started writing down what I wanted to talk about and what points I wanted to make. So this will be the first video of me doing that, and I'm here in the Hades Tower of Flame in New Game Plus at at 5 million soul memory. This is my quality build. I will be using an Uchi Katana plus 10 and a Blue Knight's Halberd plus 5. Just because they just so happen to be what I had upgraded. This build is, I just reallocated my stats. This was a mage character, and I just wasn't having all that. I wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I would. So I changed it to a quality build. I have 50 vigor and endurance and 40 strength and dex with enough stats to be able to roll and whatnot, and not much of anything else. Okay, so and I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for the traffic. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the reason why I'm recording at this time is because it's already Sunday, and I'm only able to record on the weekends, and tomorrow is Monday, and I go back to school on Monday, so I'm not going to be able to record at all. So yeah, and the reason why I didn't record any other day is because I ran into a lot of technical difficulties, and it just didn't happen. But anyway, the reason why this build's not going to be all that great is because I just reallocated the stats. I just made the wow, that was bad. Hello. I just reallocated the stats. I just got the armor that I wanted, and I'm just experimenting with it, seeing what all I want to end up using, and I'm a lot of the equipment is not fully upgraded, which is depressing, but it's what I'm running with. What else do I want to say about that? I'm not using the weapon that I want to use at the end of this build. I'm wanting to use the Crescent Axe, but I need Twinkling Titanite, and I just got into New Game Plus, so I don't really have access to that just yet. So that will have to happen in the future. But anyway, let's get to what this video is supposed to be about. The subject that I've chose for today is why people hate Dark Souls 2. Now, this is a very sensitive subject, I think, because all we've been seeing is just people moaning and bitching about every little thing in this game, and I want to voice my opinion on it as we do a little bit of PvP. And this is live commentary too, so if I slow down, and if I slow down at all, and just either not talk or talk a lot less, that's just me trying to focus on the fight. But anyway, I just wanted to voice my opinion on that subject. And I have a few notes here that I'm going to base this off of, for organizational purposes. The first thing that I want to what I want to open this discussion with is the fact that Dark Souls 2, the production of Dark Souls 2, really gave it really brought. Oh my gosh, how do I want to word this? This is weird. The community grew because of just how popular the game turned out to be. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this and fight at the same time. Nope, I'm not going to. Okay. And the game really gained a lot of ground as far as... Golly bum, okay. The game really... Oh... Okay, start over. Okay, so Dark Souls 2 gained a lot of new community members. And that is because from the very moment that it was announced, or even the rumor started going around that it was being worked on, there was a lot of hype surrounding it, and a lot of people really got into it. Now, what kind of difference does that make, though? How does it affect how the game, how the community reacted to the game? Well, because we kept getting new people into the community, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I think it is a great thing. I love the fact that Dark Souls 2, or the Souls games in general, just got a wider audience and became more popular. But it did have its downsides. The fact of the matter is that with the new members of the community coming in, we got a lot of noobs coming into the game, not knowing what the hell they're doing and how the games work in general, which promoted a lot of hate. A lot of the new people went into the game and found things that were unusual as far as the game mechanics and how damage worked and how the rolling worked in comparison to other games that they had played. This is not being very effective. I'm getting off track. I'm sorry, I'm super distracted all of a sudden. And these new community members, getting back on topic, these new community members were not shy about not liking the game and the parts of the game. They really made a point to voice their opinions on what they thought was unfair or unbalanced about the game. And to be fair, the game was unbalanced. Some parts were quote-unquote unfair in the beginning because the game had just come out. You know, with any game coming out, the first month is going to be just the devs trying to fix the bugs that they weren't able to get notice or take care of before the game was released. And nobody seemed to, in my opinion, nobody seemed to take that into account really at the beginning of this game's life cycle. The community became really loud really quickly, and that just gave the illusion that a lot of people didn't like the game. Blah, 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 blah. Man, this guy is really giving me trouble. Come on, man. Sorry, I'm focusing because this guy's being difficult. Okay, Okay, so another problem was not just with the newcomers to the community, but the veterans also. The veterans from Demon Souls and Dark Souls, or just Dark Souls, or just Demon Souls, it doesn't really matter. They went into the game with the vast majority of the community had a lot of hype for this game. Like, they had a lot of expectations. They were really excited for the game, and they I don't know. It seemed to me like the hype caused their standards to be just a little too high, especially seeing as how the game was being developed by the quote-unquote B team. You know, it wasn't being worked on by Miyazaki, who directed both Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Bye-bye. And that was a little unfair, in my opinion, because with that came a lot of negativity that the game didn't necessarily deserve. And I don't... Oh, I got a message. Let's check that out real quick. I knew this would happen. Yeah, GG, man. Let's see. Let's go on to the... Okay. And the next big thing was soul memory, and this hit both the newcomers to the community and the veterans, because this was something that had never been done before in a Souls game. In previous games, Demon Souls and Dark Souls, the PvP and the co-op was run level based, like your character level. And in this game, that's not the case. In this game, it is run by the amount of souls that you have gathered throughout your time in the game, and this really struck the community in a weird way. Like I said, I've been watching people do the discussion videos, and everyone that I've seen so far just absolutely hates it. And I can voice my opinion on soul memory in another video. But it didn't gel well with the community at all, and people were and are very vocal about it, and for the right reasons. It doesn't work very well in a lot of cases, or at least in the ways that a lot of people are bringing up. And in my opinion, people are bringing up the positive things about soul memory as much as they should. Now, here lately, people have been looking at it in a different light and seeing the positive points to it, but I'm getting on a tangent. Let's see, let's recap. So far, we have a new audience, the veterans having their expectations too high, and we've had soul memory. The next part that I want to jump to is that the community jumped to conclusions too quickly, I felt. And I think I mentioned this earlier by accident. From the very beginning, people were coming up with reasons to hate the game, like they were looking for them, it seemed to me. And it was too early. It was too early. They did it in that window that I mentioned earlier where the devs are trying to fix the problems, and they just kept bitching and moaning and just complain and making the devs feel like they needed to make a drastic change, which resulted in a lot of the mechanics of the game just being absolutely screwed up. Like, one really good example is Dark Resonant Weapon. The whole catch of the buff is that you spend souls to do more damage. Well, people kept bitching and moaning that it did too much damage, and the devs changed it, or completely demolished it. Now you do the exact same amount of damage that a dark weapon would, the regular dark weapon buff would, but you're spending souls. So it made it absolutely useless. And I think that's because just the community just kept hammering them about it, and they just wanted it out of the way. They just wanted to deal with it and not hear about it ever again. And with that, I don't think the community was thinking too clearly. And before you jump to any conclusions, I'm going to explain. FromSoft told us from the very beginning that there were going to be 3 DLCs. 3 separate DLCs. So, what I meant by the community wasn't thinking too clearly is they knew that these DLCs were going to be coming out, and we knew, because I'm a member of the community. I don't know why I'm making it seem like I'm not. But we made it seem, or it seems to me like they didn't take into account that each DLC would require, or would require a patch. Like, every DLC is going to get a patch. You know it's going to happen. So where it's good to voice your concerns about things that need to be changed, I feel like the community went a little overboard. And we're wanting the solutions to the problem right then and there, which was just not going to happen. GG, sir. And they were so adamant about getting these changes done right then and there that they didn't even stop to consider that it might get changed in the patch when the DLC came out. Which baffled me, because I knew that's the first thing that I thought of. Well, yes, the game has problems, but they're coming out with we know that there's a guaranteed 3 patches for FromSoft to fix the problems that we're facing. So I don't know, I just don't understand why people were so adamant about the changes right then and there. And that's just my opinion. I don't know if there was an underlying a reason that I just missed or something. But anyway, and that went along. And along with that, my next point is that the community had no patience. They wanted it right then and there, and they just couldn't wait. And I think this is going to be my last invasion. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm going to try to keep these relatively short, depending on the subject. So I'd expect like 10, 15, boy, this is going to be fun. 10 or 15 minute videos, or if it's a big subject, I'll take a little bit more time on it. Ooh. Oh, okay. So it's a 2v2. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, okay, that was weird. Did not try to do that. Alright, so I get the host. I'm gonna sit here and focus real quick because this is a 2v2, and if I don't end this quickly, the summon might kill the other red and I'll get ganked. Or I'll get myself stomped by the host. Nope, the Phantom lost. Oh, come on, man. Okay, this guy's being difficult. Come on. Yes. Thank you. GG, sir. Bye-bye. Okay, and to wrap up the video, I'm going to do my last point, is that I don't think that the Dark Souls community actually hates the game. And I know I went through this entire discussion saying, oh, people have been hating too much on the game, and that actually wasn't my intention. Wasn't really my end goal. My end goal was to try to rationalize why people, why the community seems to hate the game, and why we've been seeing all this hate, and this end note will really drive that home. Oh, oops, dropped my Coke. My last point is that the reason we hear that people hate Dark Souls 2 is because they're all the haters, all the people who do have a beef with the game, all the people that do have a big problems with the game, are very vocal about it. And the people like me, who are satisfied generally with the game, don't really have anything to say on the matter. Other than to defend the game, we don't really have anything to say. So we're not nearly as vocal about it, and I think that is why the community seems to hate Dark Souls 2. And I guess that's going to wrap up the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'm going to try to do more videos like this so I can get better at it. I know this first video was awful. Like, the first 5 minutes were probably the most rambly things I've ever done. And I do apologize for that, and the whole reason for that is because this is my first video doing something like this. So, bear with me. I will do more of these, try to get better. But in the meantime, guys, this is Ryan, otherwise known as Anonymous Chaos, saying, stop your bitching, please. This game's not that bad. If you really get down to think about it, the game's not that bad. So, stop your bitching, and just enjoy your day. And Anonymous Chaos saying, peace out.